So again, I discussed the textbook and some of the course reading. I want to talk about some of the course specific requirements. Now, you'll be graded on 4 or 5 different elements: course discussions, quizzes, Fema certificates, midterm exam, and a final exam. Now, as it relates to the weekly discussion, again, this requires you to read the course material. What I'm looking for is some thorough and thoughtful post to my questions. The question that I'll develop for the weekly discussion will be directly related to the course readings. So you have all the material you need to be successful in terms of posting a response. And again, I'm going to frame this as if you were an emergency manager and thinking about some of the complexities of where you are from. So, for instance, this week I asked you for your hometown or a favorite place to where you visit to consider the threats and hazards of that place. Now, you might have usually visited and you were on vacation. You weren't thinking about threats and hazards. But if you were in a beach community, you might have to think about it from the possibility that that area is prone to hurricanes. If you like skiing, you might have to consider the impact of winter storms and avalanches and things of that sort. So I want you to be thoughtful. I want you to be comprehensive. Don't just give 1-word, 2-word answers, 1 or 2 sentences. Please be thoughtful, both in your initial post, but also in your response to your colleagues. Feel free to provide different perspectives, to agree, to respectfully disagree, and to engage in conversation. Each week, you'll be asked to respond to 2 your classmates or colleagues' post. What I would ask you to do is try to diversify who you respond to over the course of the semester. So don't just respond to the same 2 people. Try to mix it up a little bit and get a good sense of the class and how different people think about the same issue. In terms of grading, you get 10 points for your initial post and then 5 points for each of your responses. So that's a total of 20 points each week for discussions. Now, I will be sending out a tracking sheet. That tracking sheet will ask you to insert the names of the 2 individuals that you provided comments to. I will be doing strategic auditing of this sheet over the course of the semester. I'll ask you to turn it in before midterms and then at the end of the semester. I will be constantly looking through your post, but we do have a rather large class, and so I will be relying on you to provide that information, which will again be audited. So follow the honor code, of course, because I will have a way to review that. And again, I just want to emphasize again that we're all adults here. You all are taking this course for a reason. So again, please conduct yourselves accordingly. Review the material and provide thoughtful discussion questions. And again, I think this is a real good aspect of the course and can provide some engaging conversation. The other aspects of the course is we have quizzes. The quizzes will be multiple choice, open book. They'll be due by the Sunday, during the same week that it'll be. You'll see it on the on the syllabus, but it'll be done on 4 different occasions throughout the course of the semester. I'll release the quiz early in the week. It'll be due by Sunday at 6 p.m. It'll be multiple choice. Please, again, make sure that you do the readings because the questions will come directly from the readings. And the readings will be inclusive of the week that the quiz is released. Midterm, we'll have a comprehensive midterm over the course material from the first half of the semester. The midterm will include multiple choice questions, fill in the blank, true and false, and a brief written assignment. The brief written assignment will be a 1 or 2 page memo, and it'll be directly related to the course readings. The final exam will be similar to the midterm, but it'll be comprehensive. So again, multiple choice, fill in the blank, true and false, and a brief written assignment, but it will be over all of the course material from January to the end of April. And again, open book, but again, just because it's open book and just because it's an online course, it still requires you to understand and read the material and thoroughly read the material and understand it. Finally, Fema certificates. You're required to complete, I believe, 4 different Fema certificates. Now, if you look in the syllabus, I suggest the week in which you should complete your Fema certificate. Now, I understand that things happen. We're all adults here. Again, if you cannot complete it that week, that's fine. Feel free to complete it later in the semester. But I will be asking for all of your Fema certificates by early May, Monday, May 4th. And so at that time, you should be able to submit to me 3 PDF certificates 4 PDF certificates from those courses. And again, in order to access those trainings, you have to go to the FEMA website. You have to get a student identification number, and then you're able to take the course and then get a downloadable certificate. But again, the reason why I identified the suggested week to take those courses is because they complement the reading from that week. Now, it is important to note that you are responsible for understanding the core concepts of those trainings because they will inform both the midterm and the final exam. So again, you don't have to submit it the week of that they're listed in the course syllabus, but you will be expected to submit all of them by May 4th to get credit. So those are the different ways in which you'll get graded in the course. Course discussions, quizzes, midterm and final exam, and the FEMA certificates. I'm excited about the opportunity to learn with you this semester. I think it's a fun course. I try to use current events to highlight some of the course material. And so I just did that the other day when I sent out the message about the terrorist attacks that occurred internationally. More than likely, definitely during the course of this semester, we'll have some emergencies that occur here domestically, whether they're domestic terrorism, natural hazard. We just had some winter storms. As we go into the spring, I'm sure we'll have some tornadoes and other events. And so I try to post those articles to highlight some of the reading, and I hope that is of interest to you. And feel free to share with the class any other articles that you find. Make that complement your discussion board post. So again, that's all I have. Again, this is a little bit longer than what I would usually do, but I wanted to introduce myself, highlight some of the course objectives, and talk about the rest of the semester. We'll again start the semester talking about hazards and threats. That's a good baseline of understanding the role of emergency manager. Then we'll get into mitigation, preparedness, planning, response, and recovery. And those are the core concepts within the field of emergency management that I want to make sure everyone understands. So again, I look forward to the semester. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. browncc5@vcu.edu. browncc5@vcu.edu. I check my email daily, and if we need to set up a phone call, we can. But shoot me an email first, and we can do that, or in-person meeting on the VCU campus. So either one, I'm very accessible. So let me know if you have any questions. And again, I look forward to a great semester, and hope you have a great week. Thanks a lot.